What's up, guys? Today we are going to talk about basically Elon Musk's takeover of Twitter and just Twitter in general and what's going on with that. And this video was supposed to come out earlier, but things just kept happening and happening over and over again, and the video would have been irrelevant if we did it any earlier. So right now it's kind of a calm period, so we're going to do it now. So basically, Elon Musk wasn't going to just get all of Twitter at first. At first it was just like a share, and then eventually it was just like, oh yeah, he owns all of it now. It's just like, okay, that was out of the blue. So that happened, and I don't know if you heard, but as soon as he got like a hold of Twitter, he fired tons of people. Did you hear about that?
Yeah,
Like he fired people immediately.
He basically fired a bunch of people instantly, and actually begged people to come back after the fact because of some of the stuff he initiated. He didn't have the, I guess, amount of employees.
Yeah, he fired.
To fix the situation.
He fired too many people, and now the people that do still are still there have to work like 80 hours a week because they can't get everything done right now because he fired too many fucking people. So that's on him.
So basically, we did, like you said, we did a video talking about this topic earlier that we didn't end up releasing because that was when he first bought it, and we were just saying, hey, Elon probably can't make it much worse because Twitter is already a garbage cesspool and has nothing good about it. And honestly, I would say he made it worse somehow.
Yeah, somehow he made it worse.
But honestly, it did get pretty funny. So one of the big controversies and one of the big reasons we didn't release that is because stuff like we brought up how it costs money to be verified, but also that ended up leading into basically a bunch of people claiming to be Elon Musk and just spamming Elon Musk, like, you know, basically a bunch of impersonation and spam and spoof accounts popped up, trying to convince people it was the legitimate one, and basically saying random shit. So basically trying to like get people canceled. Almost.
Yeah, I want to go into that a little more though, because like, so he basically made it so that to be verified, you could just pay for it. Like you could straight up just pay for the shit. And it was like, what, $8? I don't know if he changed it, but it was $8 originally. And anyone could just be verified. But the thing is, how it is now, I think, you do have a normal verification. Like you can be verified just by having a certain status. But you can also be verified just by paying for it. And the way to tell the difference is to click on someone's profile and look at something very specific. Most people are not going to do that. Most people just see the check mark and that's that. And the thing is, this climaxed when people were impersonating everyone, and it was actually hurting people. And what I mean by that is, so there's this company called, the company that owns insulin, right? I think they're called Lilly and Co, Lilly and Co or something like that. And they literally have like a big share of in insulin, which is very important, as you know. And someone made a fake account, bought the verification badge, and as Lilly and Co, and they tweeted, "We are proud to announce insulin is now free." And you wouldn't have initially think that would hurt them that badly, or hurt anyone really, but they lost like $7 billion in stock prices because of that tweet, because of a fake tweet that some random guy on the internet made saying insulin is now free. And
well, here's the thing. I don't know the details of that company, but insulin was made to be free in the first place. Like I've been seeing a bunch of, I don't know if you'd call it anti-capitalist or not, but I guess you could call it anti-capitalist quotes, just for the fact of how like extreme capitalism can get, where it's like, I'm surprised we're not having to pay for the air that we breathe around here yet.
Yeah. No,
Like,
yeah. I know what you mean. Like, insulin probably definitely should probably be free, but like, just the damage that that random dude or girl, I guess, caused with such a simple tweet is outrageous. That is what happens when you just let any random guy or any whoever buy verification. So, and like you said, we were like, he can't make it worse. He made it worse. He somehow made it worse. And it's like,
it
it
has
blows
been
my mind.
entertaining.
Yeah, it has been to see everyone losing their minds. It's also, but it's not entertaining to see people that work at Twitter, suffer and work 80-hour weeks, because like that's fucked up. But to see people losing their minds, it's just been like, yeah, you thought you were gonna take over this shit and just, I guess I don't know what he expected to do with it, to be honest. I guess just he would said something about free speech. I don't know, dude. Like, it's a mess.
Yeah, and I've just seen meme after meme after meme, pretty much,
Yeah.
just tearing the entire situation apart. And honestly, like we kind of elaborated, you pretty much can't get any worse than Twitter. I mean, it's just complete garbage, and it's about the same. It's just basically it's still complete and utter garbage.
Yeah. And something they did this recently. You can't pay for verification anymore if your account was made after like November 9th or something. So they did that to try and like cut down on that impersonation shit, but I don't know. I think it's
Honestly,
I don't know if
I
that's
saw a
gonna do
couple
anything.
things funny about that too. Like the rapper Doja Cat, she got her name stuck something that wasn't her name, and it was something like ridiculous, and she was like freaking out because of all the spam accounts
Yeah.
and spoof accounts. He basically said, "All right, no more name changes anymore," and then she got stuck with like a weird username or something
Wow.
and was crying about it. I think they fixed it, but also like I just kind of like saw that, was like, that's kind of funny.
I saw people tweeting as Joe Biden with a verification badge, and they were just saying the most heinous, crazy shit. Like nothing like bad. Like
Nothing that
wow,
he
that's
wouldn't
fucked up.
already probably fucking say, honestly.
Yeah, you're right. Like it has been pretty funny to see these like fake ass tweets. Like someone tweeted as Nintendo. It was just Mario flipping you off or something, and so many people thought it was real. But they had like a very different name. Like I'm not very different, very similar name as Nintendo. So everyone was like, "Oh my god, how could they post this?" It's like, you guys don't see that right after he does this verification thing, you start seeing out of character posts from companies. Like, come on, use your brain for a second. Like, come on now.
I know that's pretty funny, honestly.
Yeah, the fake tweets are hilarious, I will say. That people were doing Donald Trump, LeBron James, like it was chaos. It might still be chaos. I don't really know. And the thing is, Elon Musk, I don't know if you heard this yet. He's thinking about leaving Twitter and hiring someone new to take his place already.
Yeah, I did read that. I figured that sounds like him. He seems like someone that starts something, gets it running, and then just gives up on it, moves on to the next
Right.
thing.
Exactly.
I'm really pretty sure that's how he got rich in the first place. Is he would start a tech company, get it rolling to where it's worth like 10, 15, 20 million, sell it, take that money, make something new, and he was just like doing that. I think he did it for a couple of different companies before he hit really, really big with something that was like really sustainable. But I know he was a self-made guy. I'm pretty sure he got started in the tech industry. But you know how that shit goes? Like, all these tech people just like make something and sell it and then move on to something else, and it's almost like, I don't know. They're not. It seems like they're not bred to be leaders necessarily.
and stay leaders. Like, just maintain a company like that, a big company. Also, like, he was not cut out for that, I don't think. So, and it's kind of funny because, he was saying all this stuff like, yeah, I'm gonna come onto Twitter and I'm gonna turn things around, man. I'm gonna make it better. All this shit. I don't know how long has it been? A couple months, maybe. And he's thinking of leaving. It's like, dude, do you not see the irony?
Yeah, I don't know. That's that kind of par for the course of how he acts, honestly. Just from what I've seen, I mean, how much can we really know a guy that we never met or talked to or
Yeah.
interacted with? You know, but
And people are freaking out because the people think Twitter is gonna just go down one day. Like, they think it's literally, and I'm not saying they're wrong, but they're thinking like next couple months, if not sooner, Twitter's gonna just collapse and they're gonna shut it down because they can't maintain it anymore. That's what people think is gonna happen, and I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. But people, I don't know. Have you heard of? People are saying they're gonna go to a social networking website called Hive. Have you ever heard of that?
it doesn't ring a bell.
Yeah, okay. It didn't ring a bell for me either. So it's a new social network where it's basically Twitter, I'm pretty sure. And people are saying, yeah, I'm going to go to Hive and I'm going to make a Hive account and we're going to leave Twitter. It's like, first of all, do you really feel, I mean, I don't want to be that guy, but do you really feel the need to replace Twitter that badly? And if you're like a content creator or you're a brand, sure, I get it. But like, you're just an average person on the internet. Do you really need to replace Twitter that badly? Honestly, like, I don't know. That's kind of weird to me. But anyway, Hive is just that's not gonna go anywhere. I mean, we've seen this with YouTube. I don't know if you remember the adpocalypse where everyone was like, "I'm leaving YouTube and I'm done with YouTube and all this shit because it's making us no money," and all these other YouTube I don't know what the word would be, like impersonators basically popped up. All of them failed. None of them are around today. but with Twitter, it's kind of like, Twitter doesn't necessarily do anything special that cannot be replicated. So it's possible that like someone could come around and make a new Twitter, technically, I guess, with a Hive, I guess. But I don't know. That just it never works out for these websites. So like, if Twitter's going to shut down, it's probably going to shut. I'm sure a replacement will come by eventually, but if it's going to shut down, it's probably going to shut down, and that's just going to be the end of that kind of network for quite a while, I think, unless like Hive, this random website, actually like blows up, which I guess that's possible. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we already have so many different social media platforms.
Yeah.
It seems like that's one of the hardest markets to break into, just because we have a bunch that are already so established. And it's
right.
just kind of off topic, but he has to be careful with what he's doing, because if you lose, if you run something into the ground where it no longer has a user base and they go somewhere else, I mean, that's basically a death sentence. Look at shit like Tumblr, or even like how people used to use Gmail and Yahoo, or Hotmail and Yahoo and shit like that. And who has a Yahoo or a Hotmail email anymore?
Literally no one.
Like, no one.
Almost no one.
Yahoo pretty much is irrelevant now. Think about shit. Even like Vine, obviously, went down the drain, extinct.
Yeah.
Tumblr,
same thing.
Basically, 98% of their user base probably like dipped out because of all the controversies and shit that they had. And honestly, a lot of the same shit happens on Twitter, from what I've heard. Just people posting illicit content and it not being regulated at all.
Yeah, people do that. I mean, and people, now that people have what's called Twitter Blue, they get, I don't know what, I'm not going to sit here and name all the benefits, but like, they can post longer videos and stuff. People have literally posted movies on Twitter. Like movies. Entire full-length movies. And people would sit there and just watch that shit, and that's a form of pirating. So not that I really care about piracy, but that's a whole different topic. But yeah, like Twitter's, it's like it's absolute chaos right now.
So yeah, I don't know how Twitter's gonna bounce back from this one.
I don't know. It very well may get actually shut down. It might be a Vine situation. I don't know. And personally, like I'm not gonna make anyone's mind up for them. But personally, if Twitter goes, it's like what the fuck ever. I don't care. Like I'm not a big brand or anything like that, so I have no need for it really. But I can see someone who owns a brand losing Twitter and being kind of distraught about that.
Yeah, well, honestly, it's kind of scary for companies too. I mean, even though none of us are going to support a tech company and be like, oh, boo-hoo, but say you are someone who owns a small business and you're just barely scraping by, and then somebody decides to basically hack your account, and then start posting heinous stuff. I mean, you could lose the little business that you're barely scraping by with.
Right. Yeah.
So,
I guess we'll just have to wait and see. At the very least, what I think is gonna happen. I think he's gonna I think Elon Musk is gonna leave, hire someone new, and then that new person, whoever it is not gonna be able to fix it, and it's gonna shut down. That's what I think is gonna happen, because that's kind of fucked up for him to just literally. Okay, so he buys Twitter, runs it into the dirt, and then leaves it up to someone else's responsibility to fix it, his mess. That's that completely rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah, he ran it into the ground and then failed.
Like, whether you like Twitter or
basically
not.
put a bunch of holes in that ship and then took the only lifeboat.
Yeah, that's essentially what he did. Which is kind of insane.
I don't really know what his aim was in this whole situation.
I don't know
why he felt the need to do that. I guess it's because he has so much money that he's just playing around with the shit.
I guess it just doesn't matter to him. And yeah, like you said, he has so much money that maybe he's literally just throwing it around to see what sticks. If it doesn't stick, which this obviously didn't, he leaves. He's done with it. I guess. I mean, that's all we can really take away from this.
Yeah, I think it's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, it's a little childish, I'd say. Well, guys, hope you guys enjoyed, or I guess found it informative, I guess. And we'll see you guys next time. Peace.